Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Scorpio. Okay Scorpio, we're going to use the Wizard's Tarot for your reading. Before I get into the reading and while I'm shuffling, if you would like a personal reading with me, joining me on Facebook, TikTok now, or any other medium platform, social media platform, then all the instructions are below. If you would like more information about me, you can like my page at the Aussie Goddess where everything is pinned to the top. If you are unsure of what you want and you need a little bit of a direction, I'm more than happy for you to email me. If you find that this reading doesn't resonate, it may not be your reading this time around, in which case check out other aspects of your natal chart. If the reading does resonate with you, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and help us to grow the channel. Alrighty. 8 of Pentacles coming through. So this week may be a little bit more work focused for you. You may be considering here whether to put more effort into something or whether to move on. So you may have come to a bit of a crossroads, or may come to a bit of crossroads this week where you are deciding whether that is work or another situation in your life. And I feel like somebody's got mother issues here. But you may be considering, do I cut things off completely? Do I put more work into them? Do I just walk away? That is the energy coming through with this card. There is time needed for you to take out to make this decision. Sometimes when we have really life-changing decisions that are going to have a very big impact on our life, the universe will call for us to go inside for a little while, to spend a bit of time going inside. Now, if you're not heeding your intuition, that's when you're asking for things like burnout, stress, anxiety, because you keep pushing against something that is not working for you. So there's very much this energy here of taking time out to heal yourself. I feel like for some of you, you're ending some sort of cycle here, some sort of energy of closing something out to move into a new time. Beautiful. Some of you might have been trying to fall pregnant here. You may be just, whatever you're doing, it's this energy of pushing against something. Trying too hard instead of just going into your flow, just allowing the universe to take you through something, to lead you through something. There's very much this energy of pushing hard here for a result. Okay, so 7 of Cups coming through with the 3 of Cups. Whatever you're doing here, you know, while it's great to take time out to make a decision or time out to change something, there's also a very strong energy here of trusting that the universe is doing what it needs to do. So if you're being forced out of a relationship, if you're being forced away from a job, if you're finding no matter what you do that particular path for you is blocked in some way, shape or form, then the universe is saying it's done. It's done. You need to go now. You are done. You can't work against the universe. So if something gets to that point, no matter what you do, you can't make it improve. It's gone past the point of no return. And if the horse is dead, get off. That's basically what's coming through here. Whether this is a relationship for you, whether it is, you know, if you identify earlier in the piece, if you identify at the first point of trouble, problem, issue, if you identify it, then you may be able to pull it back. If you can identify the small thing. But something here you have let go, or you've tried to force against, or you haven't recognized that it was already getting too much and you've kept going with it. And now you're at the point of no return. So whatever this is for you, there will be a decision made in the next coming weeks on whether you move away from this or not. And the universe here is strongly saying you need to trust that you're being moved away from this thing for a reason. And it may be because you're going through some sort of rebirth here with the Judgment card. I think sometimes we don't realize that we go through phases of life where we go through our own growth. And all of a sudden, you know, if you think about a child growing, for example, you know, one day their pants fit them really well, and the next day you put them on and they're 3 inches too short, and we call it a growth spurt. We don't stop doing the growing. We may stop growing physically, but mentally, emotionally, and in a spiritual way, many of us keep growing. Some people stay where they are. They're quite comfortable. I've seen people stay in the same job for 20, 30 years, and you say to them, wow, you must really love that job. And they go, no, I hated it. I've always hated it, but it's really good pay. And I'm like, well, that's great. You've got really good pay. You're probably living very comfortably. But if that's where your life ends, you aren't really going to experience much more. And life is about that. It's embracing new experiences. It's trying new things. It's taking risks. If you're not enjoying your job, why are you doing it day in, day out? You're slowly letting yourself die away. You really are. And this is the card of rebirth. So there is something here being brought to life, as you can see. So there's some realization here that what you're doing isn't serving you. You're not growing. You're not happy. If this is a relationship, then you know that you probably deserve better if it's that unhappy. Something is going to change. I feel like for some of you here, there's an energy of this being walking away from a family unit, walking away from a mother figure. There is some change here around a family unit. All right, we have the Ace of Cups coming through. The Ace of Cups represents self-love as well. So maybe you're doing this because you're starting to understand how to put yourself first. Maybe that's been an issue for you in the past. If you're walking away from a relationship, there's a big indication here that new love is waiting for you on the other side. But maybe you're not walking away from what you've got because you feel that's what you're worth. But something is changing within you here. Some idea, some way of being, some way of seeing things is changing. All right, Four of Wands. Some of you walking away from a marriage or a long-term commitment here. Some of you starting to see yourself in the mirror here. Some of you seeing self-love. You're rebirthing here. You're recognizing something in yourself here, your own stability, your own power, your own wisdom coming through here. And you're seeing that. And because of that, you're realizing that you haven't perhaps been treating yourself the best. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through with the Four of Cups. There you are, very disillusioned. I feel like it's taken you a very long time to come to this energy of understanding what you want, who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do. There's this energy of being stuck in the mud for a long while, or stuck in a certain way of doing things for a very long while. This is really an awakening here. I feel like you're waking up to something. Waking up to something here that you haven't seen this way before. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands coming through. I feel that this is your energy here. The King of Pentacles. For some of you here, it feels like this is definitely a relationship you're moving away from. You're turning your back on someone here. Maybe you've put in everything you could possibly put in, and now you're realizing that it's time to move in another direction. For others of you here, there is this really strong feeling that you left something behind a long time ago, and you've been convincing yourself that what you wanted was what you've landed in, and now you're coming to some sort of realization that a cup you were offered long ago was the cup you wanted. But I feel like somehow or another you've perhaps accepted something here that hasn't proven to be as good as the cup you were offered a long time ago. You left this cup behind to take this cup, and I don't think it was the right cup for you. So somehow or another, You've perhaps moved into something because you thought at the time it was right for you, but you're awakening now. You're seeing that it wasn't right at all. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here. You could have been dealing with a Leo, Sag, or Aries, or you could be dealing with someone who has fire and earth predominantly in their chart. Because there's this energy here of sort of looking back at things with this Judgment card and perhaps realizing you didn't make a right choice in the past. All right, so we're ending something here with this 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands energy. You're not carrying something anymore. Wow. Okay, and you're walking away here with the 8 of Cups. You're done. So maybe some of you here are realizing the type of love or the type of relationship you've ended up in here is not the right relationship for you. For others of you here, you may be walking away from a family or a friend or something that you have invested a lot of time and effort in that is no longer right for you. Whatever it is, oh my goodness, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, like straightforward, 4 of Cups. I'm fed up with this. I'm done. I need to do something different in my life. I've recognized the way I've been doing things up until this point has not brought me what I wanted, has not brought me the happiness. I'm bored, I'm dissatisfied, and now I love myself enough to know that I deserve more. And therefore I'm closing this down, I'm walking away, and I'm going to find what's right for me. Some of you here are returning to the past. Some of you here are going back to something because what you're in is not satisfying you. Now this could be jobs for some of you. It could be a career. Maybe you've left one career behind and now you're realizing you want to go back to that. I see you taking time out this week to really digest this, to really see where do I want to go and what do I want here. Because this is self-love at its finest. This is you recognizing the Empress within yourself, recognizing that you deserve more. Perhaps life has become really mundane for you. There is seeing through something here, some sort of illusion. Here with this 3 of Cups, I'm feeling like you're celebrating yourself here. But I feel like for others, you are walking away from a friendship, perhaps with a Leo, Sag, or Aries, walking away from a friendship or a relationship with somebody because you feel that you've been doing the wrong thing by yourself for such a long time. This is very much the card of celebrating something, recognition, rebirth, awakening, rewarding yourself here. But not by drinking lots of alcohol though. Rewarding yourself with love, surrounding yourself with love, and bringing in your own stability here. I feel like you've put up with a negative situation for quite a long time. For some of you, I feel like this is a mother figure. For others of you, it may be a father figure, but it's like you've been putting up with something for such a long time and it is not serving you anymore. Not at all. All right, let me just pull a couple more cards. Oh, well, that one's come out for you. There you go. There's clarification that you need time out. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles coming round again with the Star. The Tower. Okay. All right, there's a warning here. 2 of Swords. Hermit card. Everything coming out in major. King of Cups coming through. This is about really recognizing something here. Feel like this is further confirmation. Something you're putting work into, something that you've been really working on is not working for you. The Star card tells me here that you are denying yourself what you really deserve. There's a wish coming through for you here. But the wish is recognizing that you're not getting what you want from a current situation. The Tower is here. So there's this energy of something coming in to show you that this isn't right for you. There's a choice, a decision that you are going to be required to take in the very near future. But I feel at this point you don't have enough information. Here you will have the information you need. And I feel like this is you stepping into your heart space. Somehow or another you're starting to understand your own value here. And you are definitely going through some sort of awakening or rebirth here. And realizing that what you've been doing up until now as maybe satisfying. Maybe it satisfies your family. Maybe it satisfies the status quo. Maybe you're getting good money for what you're doing, but you hate it. But something here needs to change. Oh, well, there you go. We got the Rainbow Prince again. Already seen him today. Card 26. And we go straight to the page. When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorm you've enjoyed on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of you using all of the elements of your inner light and reaching the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to the other. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. So what they're saying here is that once you move forward and recognize what you have or you're entitled to, or what you can have in your life is so much better than what you've been doing, you are going to realize that you should have done it sooner. But either way, you're going to enjoy what's coming. I'll leave you with that. Thanks, Scorpio.